Hello everyone, well welcome to episode 10 of our Beat the Beast Let's Play series. So, I want to apologise guys because there was actually, the screen recorder that I'm using right now was actually being a little bit buggy, and it's because of me a few lag issues. I think I actually resolved the issue. So let's get into this episode. So off camera, I just want to point out, I think we're having a little bit of lag here guys for some reasons. Oh, that was a bit weird. So I've been doing a little bit of research in here since the last episode. So I've got some different one cores. So it looks like these actual one cores have actually opened up, which is pretty cool. Because I have. I'm just going to turn my sound down a little bit. If we go into here, I was trying to do some research, but I keep running out of auto. I don't know why, it seems to be that aspect that I just keep getting low on all the time. But if you remember the last episode, we were making our big reactor, but I've actually, I'm on the official 1.0.3 Dial 20 pack, but I've actually updated a few mods like open peripherals, big reactors. I think there was one more actually. Let's see, what was it? I believe it was Ender.io, that's it. So it was Ender.io that I didn't actually update. Well, I did update actually. And what I want to get is some computers from some computers from Computercraft. I want the advanced ones, which require quite a lot of gold. A little bit of redstone. And also I believe they require, let's see, so for the advanced computer it just requires some painted glass really. Do we have any of that? I'm sure we have a little bit of glass. We've got some thickened glass, some extra utilities. But I don't think we actually have any regular glass. So, let me just check in here. Yeah, here we go. Thought I smelted some up. So let's go into here and turn these into glass panes. 16 of these. Pretty cool. And hopefully now we can make the advanced computer and the advanced monitor. Let's see, gold and panes. So for the early game, they're pretty expensive, but for the point where I'm at, where I've got so many resources, they really aren't that expensive, to be honest. Can't just shift-click the recipe in? Yeah, there we go. Now, I want to point out, I can see this says, Strange Whispers reveal secrets to you. This is basically part of the getting warp, because I gained quite a little bit of warp, to be honest. Not too much. I got some when I was, is it in this tab? Yeah, when I was researching Infusion I got a little bit of warp. And I believe I also got some warp when I was researching Master Node Tapping as well, and a few others that I got a little bit of warp. Only minor and mostly harmless types of warp, so not too bad. And I believe I need, is it 12 monitors? It's something like that. So let me put those back in there and those in there, and you guys will hopefully be able to sort of tag along with this, because there's going to be a little bit of programming in this, but I'm not really going to show it on camera because I know a lot of you guys aren't particular fans of coding, or you just don't like to see it a lot on camera. So, first of all, what we need to do is build our big reactor. I'm going to place him, I don't know, about somewhere around here. Let's see, so probably somewhere around this sort of area. And this seems to be a not too bad of a location to situate my reactor, so I think I want to go with a 7 by 7 shape, which is pretty big, to be honest. So 7 blocks in all directions, if you don't really know what that means. So, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to go one more to the left. And guys, I will build this up a little bit, and I'll be right back once I can show more of the mechanical side of this build. Okay guys, so I'm now putting all these things down. For example, the reactor controller, the access port, and I'm going to put I've actually moved the capacitor bank over here, because in this version, it's a little bit, because for what I want to do, it's a little bit buggy if you don't actually have the capacitor bank touching the computer. So I'm going to put it over there, put a computer port there. And I also made some enhanced energy conduits, just off camera, so I can actually, because these conduits can't really transfer much power, and I need to be able to transfer a little bit more power. So how have I think I fell down here. Now I'm just going to use this marble to fill in the hole. So I think what I want to do is put this behind here. Some power's going to go in through that way, and that's hopefully how that's going to work. Now, what I need to do is just basically finalise this build by filling in all these extra areas with reactor glass. For one, as when I resumed recording now, guys, it's been probably about, I don't know, 45 minutes since we last left off. Due to I've had to go make a bunch of stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is have the Yellorium fuel cells like this. And if I was going to make this reactor super efficient, I would do this slightly differently, but you know, this is sort of early game. So what I'm going to do is I actually had to make a few more gold blocks. So these gold blocks basically transfer the heat from the cores to the casing to generate more power. And diamond blocks are more efficient, but we can't really get diamond blocks yet. But actually, I didn't actually need all those gold blocks. What are we missing? I think we're missing a little more of this casing. So I'm going to finish doing the casing for the reactor, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, guys. So I now just need to fill in this area with reactor glass, hopefully, and we should have a functional reactor. There we go. So yeah, there we go. So you can see the multi-block has actually been made now. So this is the reactor interface. Now what I'm going to do is before I do anything, I'm just going to go for a sleep in here. And also put all my inventory in here. All stuff that I don't really need. So like the casing, the wiring, whatever. The ingots, the silicon. I'm going to try and sort my inventory, you know, as good as I can. And I'm going to show you guys now the actual sort of computer side of it. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of it off camera. But, you know, I'm just going to snag some Yellorium. Because Yellorium is the fuel source of big reactors. So if I just go to the access port and put in some Yellorium, it looks like, whoa. This reactor looks like it's consuming quite a lot. Because it's basically filling it, it converts it into a liquid and puts it into the core of the reactor. So I'm just going to get my Yellorium, stick it in there. And I think if I say turn on the reactor, the idea is you want the casing heat to be higher than the core heat. So they're kind of on par with each other. We're generating like killers RF here, which is pretty good to be honest. And the energy buffer is climbing pretty rapidly. This guy is also generating a lot of power, but this conduit, it can't really transfer all that power because I don't have enough ender pearls to make vibrant cables, which is kind of annoying. So, I'm just going to deactivate this reactor now, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the coding of it. So what we're going to do is, I've shown me 3 wired modems when I really only needed 2, and I'm going to morph into Endermini mode. Oh, I'm in the wrong mode, I'm in Wasp mode, there we go. Let's go into Endermini, and put a wired modem on there, and some networking cable. Then I'm also going to stick a computer here. I'm going to put a wired modem on that as well. And connect it up with some cable. And I'm also going to right click on these modems. And you can see it's gone red. It says big reactor has been connected to the network. So we've connected the reactor now. I'm going to go behind here, right click that. Now the computer's been connected to the network. And you see it's gone red instead of being black like it was before. So I'll do a little bit of coding of it, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I've now been and got some computercraft code. So I've actually called this reactor, and in fact, I've actually broken the actual computer. So I actually just need to reinitialize this. So it's already been initialized by the looks of things. And what I'm going to do is get my advanced monitors and place them like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to paste bin put for the code you're going to need. I'm basically going to paste bin put the button API you're going to need, and I'm also going to put the reactor program that you're going to need. So basically, just go into pastebin, just do pastebin get, and just basically type in one of the codes, and then just type in whatever you want to call it. So for example, button, you just call it the button API for example. So that's basically how you can run this code for yourself. A few things you'll need to change though is in the button API, local mon peripheral wrap, you basically want to wrap this to whatever side the monitor's on. So in my case it's the right, you need to change it to either top or back or left or whatever. So, and also another thing you'll need to change in the reactor program, there is a number of capacitor banks. So in this case I have 1, so I've set it to 1. But I want to point out, I did not write this code though, guys. It was actually made by a YouTuber called DireWolf20, who basically, it's basically the guy that the pack is named after, basically. So what I'm going to do now is run this reactor program. Now it won't work unless you update the mods manually at this current moment in time. So if I just run the reactor program, hopefully, there we go, we now have control of our reactor through a computer. So what I can do, the capacitor bank is actually full at the minute, so it's the automatic mode, you know, it's turning it off. But then I can say turn the reactor online, and so that has actually enabled the reactor. I can insert the control rods to say 30. And up there, I can't actually show you because I can't actually get up there anymore, but let's insert the control rods to 30. And basically, I have control over this reactor, just basically through this. And it also works with steam turbines. If you want to look at a full tutorial on this, I will leave a link in the description to the actual maker of this program, and show you where I got it from though. But just in case his pastebin doesn't work or something happens to it, I have just given you the pastebins, so you actually can get the code for yourself. Not the best coder in the world though, so I don't really know how it works. So, I think we've done quite a lot of work, to be honest. The only thing is, though, is power transfer is a little bit slow into this capacitor bank, and we don't really have anything to use all that power, to be honest. So what I was thinking of making is a quarry. I was looking at either a Buildcraft quarry or an Ender quarry, but these require lots of Ender pearls and stuff that we don't really have. So I thought, you know what? I'll just make a Buildcraft. I'll make a Buildcraft quarry. Well, that's what I was considering, but the only problem is that we haven't really got a filtering system to put all the items into like we did last season. So I think a quarry, we can't really do that yet, but we'll be able to do that in the future. So guys, I will be right back. Okay guys, so what I want to set up is basically a system where if I deposit my ores into the top sorting chest, they will basically be extracted and put into this system right here. So basically I'll just throw some item conduits down through here, and then they'll go into that chest, and they'll get, you know, pulverized, whatever, and then they'll be extracted along this line and then put into the appropriate chest. That's what I'm hoping for anyways. So, things I will obviously need some item filters. So I believe an item filter. Like, I don't really want to use an existing item filter because they're, you know, they're a bit of a pain to make. Like the advanced ones require Z logic controllers. So I think a basic one will do us for now. So let's just get some sugarcane, and let's get us a hopper. We are pretty low on iron now. We're not doing too good for that. That's why I was, you know, wanting to set up my quarry. Oh, I don't have a chest. Oh, terrible. Is there any chests poking around in here? What is that? Wait. Ah, me being derpy again. I'm not very observant. I actually have existing item filters here. So I think what I can do is get some item conduits and basically tap into this system that's here. You know, I'm in the wrong morph actually. I want to be in bat mode. Here we go. So I'm a little bit concerned we're going to run out of conduits, which would be quite a shame, to be honest, if we do. Yeah, I think we're just a little bit short on conduits, guys. So, you know, I think I'm going to wrap up the episode here, because we're, you know, running into some issues with resources and stuff that I'm going to have to solve for next episode. But thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe for more videos. Next episode we'll definitely sort out this ore processing thing. We'll get that up and running, you know. But yeah, I've got to say that I'm pretty proud of that computer craft program that's downstairs. So also in the program, you can also change the times that it will turn on and off the reactor due to the levels of the capacitor bank, which is basically a feature of it being in automatic mode. But in automatic mode it won't actually enable the control rods, so just bear that in mind when you're using the code. So thank you for watching, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and goodbye from the Sea Caps.